Yeah, it's your boy Russell. It was about 26 years ago. I'm the one from Memphis, Tennessee, the one to speak to you in English, Spanish, and French. I can remember that I had an argument with my grandma because I was like just an unruly child, just bad. And she said, "Don't go to school by yourself." But I was so mad, and I stormed out the door. And I went and walking by myself, and I took a shortcut. All the kids thought it was cool, and they thought it was a shortcut, but it really was. People said it really was a long cut. And my grandma always said, walk around on the street where it was a store in Memphis, Tennessee. I used to go to Florida Elementary School. This was in '98. And I can just remember the presence of a person behind me, but I didn't really pay it no mind. And all of a sudden, as I was going through this short or long cut, and I can just also remember seeing like my friend in the car, and I can still remember her name. I think it was like Shanterica or something like that. And it was in a red car, so I started to run because the car started to speed up, and we didn't have a car back in the day. You know, we was poor, and I started to run to try to beat the car. I always thought I could beat a car when I was little, and then at that point, that's when you know, it's when it, started to happen. I just felt somebody grab me just like that. And I was scared for my life and I started crying. And he threatened to hit me in the head with a beer bottle and he made me do sexual favors. He was like he was part of a gang or something like that. And he even took my lunch money. And he made me suck his private area and all of it. And I can remember I was spitting up and everything. And I wanted to run and get away, but I had my books on me. So I was scared that the school would charge me. And now, or later on, I regretted it and said, man, I just wish I could have left those books and ran because I probably could have got away. And he told me, he said, don't tell nobody what happened. But when I went to school, I was crying my eyes out. This was at Florida Elementary in the late '90s, and the principal was like, "What's wrong, little boy? What's wrong?" You know what I'm saying? The principal was a mean person, but that day it was like a different person. You know, like a person with compassion. And he grabbed my head and he took me around the school, and he was like, "Well, who did it?" No one in the school knew because the person was much older than me. I'm only a 9-year-old kid, and he was 15, the person. So they found out that it was somebody, I think Carver High School back in at that time. And we went to court, and I found out who it was because I seen him again. We was playing like a game back in the day. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was one of them games or something like catch a girl, get a girl, something like games the kids played. And I seen him, and he acted like he didn't know who I was, and he was acting like a little kid. We playing with the little kids, and he's 15. But they ended up finding out who it was, and he ended up doing his time though. But that was just a story that I wanted to share with everybody. You know, I offer languages: English, Spanish, French on the channel, dancing and everything, 90s music. But that's a part of my past. Sometimes you know the person. Sometimes we judge people without knowing the story. Thank you for listening.